So, yep, camera stuff again. Working myself up, from him working himself up. That's what I wanted from the character, essentially.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wanted the character to be someone who has put himself in a state. Do you know what I mean? When I was going to direct my person, I wanted him to be in the mindset of the character, for him to be the character. That's the way I took it.
Yeah.
That was my stats, where you said you did it about sound, wasn't it? About your actress talking about the voice. I took it more on the mindset. I wanted the mindset to be there, but
So yeah, how with me directing Meg, it was the physicality was more important to me, and how they physically were, and whatever they said was. I felt whatever they said was a journey, and with Holly directed me, and I was the actress for Holly, and she highlighted lines that she wanted to say with inflection, pauses, and with that I felt it was more. When I felt that you gave directions on words, it was more robotic. So I wanted my actor to have free space that they never said the same monologue twice. They said the same thing, but they never said it in the same way twice. Without losing the fact that we're staying in a lane, but not restricted. You have space to move, but you're getting guidance. You're getting free rein, but with guidance.
This all culminated into us doing putting this in a show, didn't it? It all culminated into us putting into a show.
Yeah.
I think that's wasn't it? We had that, we directed it on the Friday. We directed it on the Thursday, Friday. We did the Christosity stuff the day before. Just Christy looking at other practitioners to give our monologues in. So we had the Friday to do that. As we come back on the Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, before that, what did you think on your performance? So it was, we just established now off camera, but we had videoed. Knowing the lines or not knowing the lines was something that we spoke about. So for you, as I was saying, knowing the lines, did you see improvement from Pot of Gold and I'm Amiga from knowing the lines?
I think I just need to work harder.
Yeah.
I think that comes from me just having. I think I just need to work harder.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. But what do you think you saw an improvement
from Pot of Gold?
From
Pot definitely. I actually took. I was like, I have a resource in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm going to use it.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. So. It was the option when we wanted our actors to be off book or on book, and Holly said do whatever you want, and I felt saying do whatever you want didn't give me the drive to learn them. It was like, do you really? Is it kindness or is it having a kindness or just whatever kind of thing? And
that kind of comes with the time crunch of we had the Friday.
We had Friday, Saturday,
Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
We had about 4 days to learn it, which was a decent amount of time. It was a decent
amount of time. Like I said, I should have just worked harder.
If I had so obviously that weekend was quite busy for me, but I still, as I said, I crammed in crowbarred hours of reading, whether in the car, reading before bed, reading in the morning, reading while eating. I crowbarred in to try and learn it. But it's where I wasn't given that drive. That I had to give myself that drive. Not that's a negative thing, because you should always give yourself that drive as an actor. It's just in that situation, it's sort of where we're being judged on our directing. So how do you fall on your do you fall on your face, or do I? Like, if I don't learn it, does it look bad on me? Or if you haven't told me, or what you've said is quite casual, does that affect?
Yeah. How did that affect your audition? So we never got this on its feet in front of an audience or to each other. It was more like. We done this on the Friday, performing on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday you had to audition it so it can be in the show.
Yeah.
How do you think that affected you?
I think I got the general gist of the lines. However, being off book was something that I wasn't so overly confident about, because I didn't want to start being like, I know this chunk of it, and then get to a point where I'm like, oh, I know, now I've run out of what I'm saying, and sort of block myself from saying words. So I did have the script in my hand, however, I didn't necessarily look at the script, but it was there for safety. But that was the thing where I said that for Juniper, the way that the director wanted her to be, where Holly directed me and wanted her to be, was that she was quite free. She says that she's a free spirit, she's a bit cartwheely, a bit sort of out there, and does all like, we were going for gestures and we were going for like big and I'm really friendly, be my friend, I love love, I'm driven by love, and all that. But having a script in my hand, it restricted me from movement, and I had to pause to look when she was rambling on, and so to benefit Juniper's monologue, I wanted to be off book. However, I don't believe I achieved that, which I think for the time I had, or the time, the availability I had over that weekend was sort of, it's disappointing that I couldn't, but if I had a free weekend, I definitely could. So to take the opportunity again, I would love to have more time, and I do think I done well with crowbar hours, but still be able to learn that off script and know it. But for when I was directing Holly to do Meg, where it was a physicality, she takes pauses, and if she was on script, it wouldn't be so bad. But to push ourselves further, I wanted her to be off book, and I did say, if you can be off book, that'd be brilliant. And it was a kindness that I did want to say, but if you can't, you don't want to put pressure, but I think to not put pressure goes against what the real world is. The real world is to put pressure. And going back to the audition, these pieces we then auditioned, the pressure was, oh, I don't think my piece is good enough for this, or the material we had, I don't think we utilised. What do you think?
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that? The material we used?
So, when we was in the audition, we just threw anything into the room.
Yeah.
If you could do it, so with your like, your classical monologues, your contemporary monologues, your political speeches.
Yeah, I threw sort of my own stuff in the room. Like I threw a sketch.
You have to remember with that.
Yeah, I did. I actually did quite a few. I sang a song, which is a bit off base.
Yeah.
A little bit off base to what the actual show was going to be about.
Yeah.
I did it was a showcase, so we were building sort of a showcase with all of our directed pieces and everything that we wanted to throw in there. And I put in the room directed monologues, 2 sketches and a song, I believe.
Yeah.
And a monologue, I believe. Yeah, sort of. And it was just me just throwing stuff in the room. And it didn't fit.
Now that you said that, in that, I wish I had your mindset, or something I'd like to improve on, is to have your mindset in that situation, because everyone, I believe, inhibited themselves and was like, finding a balance. I don't want to seem like I'm bragging or I'm showing off or I'm overdoing it, and I'm like, I can do this and I can do this and I. Seeing their talent in a negative way. You didn't see your talent in a negative way. You had the idea of, I can sing, I know this song, so I'm going to throw it out there. I wrote
a little sketch.
A sketch. You wrote a script.
Yeah.
Between father and son, and it was quite a deep, and I'd say personal thing to talk about, or like, you know what I mean? The way you wrote it seemed like such a personal experience that you were letting us into your world. I think everyone was kind of frightened to let other people into the world, but Luke, in that situation, there was no worry that you was letting people into the world. You wasn't worried that people were seeing you vulnerable. I think that really did prove like your acting ability in that sense. Whereas for me, I threw into the room a classical, a contemporary, my political speech, and the Juniper monologue, and I did have so much more, but I think I didn't have trust, so I didn't throw it in there.
Yeah, it got. I couldn't tell you for the life of me why I did it. She's just like throw it in
It's
there.
like impulse.
It was just like it was just like, ooh, here you go.
Yeah.
It's
Well, that's a good
none of it ended up in the show. Just none of it ended up in the show. But it was I knew it was off base. I knew that everything I was doing was off
Yeah, but
base.
you didn't know it was off base because we weren't giving any
Yeah.
information. We were just like, throw your material.
Well,
in the room.
maybe
we're going to make a
if a few of
showcase.
us, if a few of us threw different stuff in,
It would balance out.
It might have balanced out.
As we've said in previous videos, or even in this video, is that we have like singers
In the class.
In the class, we have in the company, we have dancers in the company.
They gave nothing.
We have other talents in the company further than acting. That some of us have like tricks and can do certain, like a boy in the company. He's really good at picking up different skills and just has random skills that no one's ever heard of, but he has them. But none of that was thrown in the room because they didn't believe it was relevant. But there was no guideline. It was just throw in what you have. If you have it, throw it in. There wasn't, I only want to see acting material, I only want to see contemporary, I only want to see classical, I don't want any singing. There was no guide, it was free rein, and I think that opportunity was missed by quite a lot of us. And I think for you, standing out, everyone sort of felt like, I don't know, we should have felt pride in you, I guess. We should have been proud that, right, you're setting the bar, you've thrown everything in there, I want to one-up that, but it's sort of, oh no, I want to be on everyone else's level. It should be challenging.
Watching the audience as I was doing some other stuff, their eyes were sort of down.
It's sort of like trying to avoid
I'm not a part of this guy.
Yeah, like, oh.
But then as it finished, your heads went up.
It was
I was
like,
like,
wow, this is like...
What?
Yeah.
It was a weird reaction to sort of have to deal with.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
Yeah, how did that make you feel?
As I was singing it, I was like, I'm actually doing this now.
I think because you haven't established yourself as a singer in the company, there hasn't been an opportunity for you to prove that, and then there is, and then you took that opportunity.
Yeah. I've never proclaimed myself as a singer.
I've
never, that's the thing, I've never proclaimed myself as a good singer. I've never proclaimed myself as a
but
person.
you did it.
Yeah, but I did it, yeah. There was some stuff I was a little bit off key at some points.
But
that was something I just did because I could.
But there are singers in the company that have had training that do it on a regular occurrence and do it